Welcome to Same Spit Different Face TV. Well, my opinions is facts, and if you don't like my opinions, you can start your own podcast, and it's free. So don't forget to spit on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification. If you clicked on this video to hear about Supreme checking his son over 50 Cent beef, I need you to hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Now, Spit Squad, if y'all don't know, Irv Gotti passed this past week. Rest in peace to Irv Gotti. 50 Cent went online and said he was smoking on that Irv pack. LOL, just playing. Rest in peace. Something to that extent. That wasn't verbatim what he said, but he said something to that extent. Now, Kenneth Supreme McGriff's son went online and basically started disrespecting 50. Now, if y'all don't know who Supreme is the guy alleged shot 50 Cent. Alleged was the one who put out the hit that got 50 Cent hit up 9 times. And Supreme was also allegedly the one who gave Irv Gotti and Ja Rule the money to get the record label off the ground. And he also allegedly gave Ja Rule his street credibility and his protection in the neighborhood. I think that's important for y'all to understand what his other part of the story is that I gave y'all that little bit of backstory. Now, when Junior gets online, and when I say Junior, I'm talking about Kenneth McGriff's son. After 50 Cent diss Irv Gotti, Supreme's son get online and basically say, yo, what if I said I was smoking on your mother? What if I said I was smoking on your grandmother? What if I said I was smoking on your granddaddy? And I don't think that was good for him to do. Now, obviously, he's taking this beef from the standpoint of trying to, hold Irv Gotti down. But nobody asked him to do that. And then I think one of the biggest issues that Supreme had with him doing this is he said, we'll see you. And Supreme made it to be clear, yo, you saying we'll see you. Ain't no we'll see you. Real man move in silence. We not going to see anybody. We moving towards positivity. Supreme said, rest in peace to Irv Gotti. He said, may his family mourn in peace. And he made it clear to say, yo, my son do not speak for me. He do not speak for Prince. Prince is Prince is Supreme nephew. If y'all don't know anything about him, he was allegedly the one who took over the organization after Supreme went to jail. And one thing is that Supreme is up for an appeal. He's trying to get out of jail. Whatever the terms of the condition is, he's trying to make sure that he can keep himself in the right light, because these people get on the internet. These people, I'm talking about the appeal board, the people who's responsible for saying if his appeal should happen, or if he's rehabilitated, or if he can get out, or if something was done wrong. And if they see that his son is sending threats from what appears to be on his behalf, that could mess up his appeal. So he telling his son, like, you don't speak to me. And he also told his son, until you get off the internet and stop this internet stuff, you will not speak to me. I will not speak to you. We are not on the same page. And I'm sure before he did this, he spoke with his son and told his son, you can't be doing that. You messing up what I'm trying to do. This plays a big implication. Don't be implicating me in crimes. If something happened to him, they gonna try to bring it back to me and say that I had something to do with it. And then that's gonna make them say that I still have power on the streets. And then that's gonna make them say that I shouldn't be out of jail, or I shouldn't get an appeal, or they may try to charge me with something new. So he don't want his son, Supreme don't want his son, Junior, to be speaking on his behalf. And I think that was stern. I think that message was fair. And also, Supreme's son have to understand that 50 Cent is not playing, man. 50 Cent, you mentioned 50 Cent mom, and you mentioned his grandma and his granddad. And even though you mentioned it in a hypothetical play, you don't understand the game you playing. Your dad understand the game you playing. And that's why he came out with that strong stance as well. Basically, you can get yourself hurt playing like that. And man, it's just very unfortunate that Supreme's son jumped into that. And just like I told y'all about Meech's daddy, I feel like Meech's daddy was selfish and he messed up the bag for his son. He didn't have to go stand next to Ross, man. He could have asked his son for some bread. He could have asked 50 Cent for some bread. It was so many other rappers and brand endorsements and things he could have did to get some upfront bread. He could have even went to some clubs and started doing some club appearances. He could have did it like it was back in the day. He could have got a bunch of his people together and they could have went to the club 40, 50 deep, and he could have just told them, yo, I'm going to need 10 free bottles. I'm going to need whatever it may be. And I'm just going to stand around and, bask in my glory. Like, he could have picked up some bags doing club appearances. Now, because of what he did, standing next to Ross, 50 Cent done alleged that he a rat. Now the lady Tammy Cohen is ready to speak out. And now his name is basically finna be dead in the streets to an extent. And he killed his son's career. And I feel like Supreme's son basically messing with his appeal, messing with his attempts to get out of jail, putting him in unnecessary beef, putting his name on the radar when he been laying low, sitting back in prison, trying to figure out a way to get from under this life sentence that I believe he has. So I just think all of this is unfortunate, and I believe that Supreme's son should have stayed up out of it. He didn't have anything to do with it, and if he wanted to say something, he could have said something behind the scene, or he could have met up with Marquise and got at Marquise if he wanted to. It's a couple of ways he could have did that, but the realest thing Supreme said is men move in silence. He didn't want to say gangster move in silence, but y'all know if y'all from that lifestyle or been around that lifestyle or know people who've been around that lifestyle, you understand what it means when he say man move in silence. It really means gangsters move in silence. Like he's saying if you gonna do something, or if you saying don't say we, say what you gonna do. Cause back in the day, Supreme didn't have to say nobody else was gonna do something. He was the man who would get it done, and that's how he got in a position of power. So hopefully this don't get violent, but I can't help but think that was a huge mistake, him mentioning 50 Cent grandma, mom, and 50 Cent's grandpa, and we know how close he is to all three of them. If you want more updates on this 50 Cent beef, hit the like button. If you want more hip hop and celebrity updates, hit the subscribe button. Check out my original Chicago hood movie in the end screen, No Time to Play Fair.